Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to this very special edition of WFC. My name is C.M. Burnham, alongside the Kingpin, Mike Isles, stepping in with me tonight. And we've got a huge main event for you. Tonight's main event, you're going to see the WFC Tag Team Champions, Toxic Masculinity, taking on the Villains. Big 2-on-2 match.
Yeah, it's a non-title match, but you know what? The Johnnies are trying to assert their aggressiveness, trying to assert their greatness, and what better way to do it than to take out the Villains, especially the WFC owner and president himself, Tim Rockwell.
I know he's a friend of yours, and he's the one that makes this all possible. We've also got another great tag team matches. The WFC champion, Luke Langley, teams up with a man making his debut, Cold Stone Tim Boston, making his WFC debut. They're taking on the Copperhead Duke Cornell and Wesley Crane. What a vicious combination that is.
Oh, vicious doesn't even describe it, Burnham. Those guys are just vicious, top to bottom. We know nothing about Tim Boston.
Not really.
We met him in the back right before the show. We'll have to see what he brings to the ring.
Well, fans, we've done enough talking. Let's go to the ring now to get this show underway.
Before we get started, with me winning this match, I want to bring everybody's attention to we've got a very special birthday in the house. I'm sorry, these are not for you. These are for our friend Dylan, our number one fan here at WFC. For now, okay? We appreciate it. All right, real quick. Everybody, 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing first, from Bristol, Oklahoma, weighing in at 232 pounds, the Greco-Roman Oklahoman, Brandon Groove. Introducing next, weighing in at 290 pounds, from Bath County, this is Cruz. Introducing the final competitor, he weighed in at 206 pounds, currently residing in Tulsa, Oklahoma. He is the Canadian Red Devil.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live with our opening contest here, triple threat action, as we see the Greco-Roman Oklahoman Brandon Groom, the man from backcountry, Cruz, and your anti-hero right here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. At least that's where he lives now. But he's originally from Medicine Hat, Alberta, Canada. The Canadian Red Devil, who apparently traveled back in time.
Yeah, he has to. Well, and thanks for introducing me.
I figured you'd handle it yourself.
Isles, sitting beside the bearded wonder himself. Got to carry him through another broadcast. You know, the Canadian Red Devil, like you said, used to live in Medicine Hat, Alberta, Canada. I also know he has a vacation home in Flin Flon, Manitoba. But you know what? I heard he had to leave Medicine Hat. And that's why he wears a mask in Tulsa. He's hiding from the authorities.
That is completely unfounded. You have no actual evidence about that. I suspect you've been talking to Big Stevie Caballero again, who we see on the outside.
That's because Stevie Caballero is a very trustworthy individual.
Right. Just don't hand him your money or your property or really anything. And Caballero calling for a timeout. There are no timeouts in wrestling.
Are you sure? Have you seen the WFC rulebook?
Have you seen
recently. The piece of loose leaf paper with crayon scratches on it inside a trapper keeper?
We're supposed to accept that.
Okay, so Wait, who's the guy? Who's the guy with the long tights, no shirt? Who's that guy?
That's Brandon Groom?
That's Brandon Groom?
Yes.
I thought Brandon Groom was like 70 years old now. He's been wrestling since you and I were like kids.
Well, I guess close, but okay.
All right, well.
I see.
Is he still a body snatcher?
No, he's the Greco-Roman Oklahoma.
Oh.
He can't be the brideless Brandon Groom because he's married now. Yes,
Does he still always believe?
I'm sure he does.
Okay, I want to make sure.
Always.
All right, now here's the one of the toughest men in WFC right
There's
here.
no doubting about that. So Cruz is absolutely one of the toughest and one of the least pleasant individuals. In fact, that's the closest to a smile that I've seen him crack recently.
I mean, I've traveled with him. He was fine at the Waffle House in Siloam Springs that night. We had dinner, me and him and a couple other people, and about 2 in the morning. We
at 2 in the morning, just about anybody's happy, I think.
Well, I mean, the
Why is he on the outside while the other two are going at this in the ring? I mean, you can't win the match on the outside.
He's smart. But I mean, the Waffle House is basically a redneck hibachi grill. And we had a very, very lovely dinner.
I might explain why Mark Wilson called it the Waffle House always. Sorry, Waffle House, in case you're listening. In any case, Brandon Groom now with the standing wrist lock as CRD going to reverse that around. Taking control as Groom trying to fight his way out of it. Groom, an excellent amateur competitor. Worked underneath the tutelage of Big Daddy Moore. Bristow. Big Daddy Moore, the first African-American NCAA All-American at UCO.
Never heard of him.
Okay. Referee Dylan Feltz down, and I believe that was a 1 count. He signaled.
Dylan Feltz, him and his family are not known for their brains. I'll just say that up front.
I'll tell them that you said that. Groom with a roll-up in the middle here, and again, Cruz seemingly not concerned. I'm a little confused by his approach towards this match. Oh, look out. We know this move well, Isles.
It's because every kid gets taught it in PE class.
And now Cruz in, knowing that the match may well be on the way to being over. And wow, a big flat of the boot right to the top of the head of Brandon Groom.
I think it also caught that cauliflower ear of Groom's.
Now Cruz going to take over on Brandon Groom. Do not underestimate the strength of Brandon Groom as CRD tries to make his presence known, but I think he got knocked back to 1955 there. Oh, look out. Schoolboy here by Groom. 1, 2 as CRD breaks that up.
Is Canadian Red Devils, you remember the Coast Guard? Was he on leave from a ship?
I just thought he was a fan of Kushida, but anyway, Cruz with the shoulders rammed straight into the midsection.
I don't get that.
That's okay, I'll tell you later. Smartest man in pro wrestling, right? Oh, huge chop. And another. Oh, but Groom not really feeling that. As Groom thrusts Cruz into the corner. Couple of big chops and an elbow. And here comes Groom running that shoulder straight into the midsection.
What did he say?
It's Opa. It's Greek. He's Greek.
He's Greek.
What?
His last name is not Groomopoulos.
I'm trapped here.
He is saying Nopa. I don't know what.
He said Nopa. The ring post said Nopa.
Yeah.
Oh, look out! Cruz down on his back.
No,
CRD gonna pick the win up. No.
That was a fast count. I don't know. That was quick. That was fast count. I mean, I thought Dylan Feltz was a sloth.
Don't know where you got that idea, but okay. CRD now working the rear chin lock. As Stevie Caballero, is he tap dancing over there? What's he doing over there?
He's showing some fancy footwork to all the ladies. You never know. Like, I know that Granny Hulkster over there.
She looks real impressed.
She digs Stevie. It's a low key thing, but she digs Stevie. I mean, all the ladies do.
All the single ladies?
All the ladies do, and I noticed there's none over here by you, and I'm married, so it doesn't matter.
Look. Well, I don't know what that was. That was a shotgun drop kick in the corner, though.
Well, I mean, aside from slipping off the top rope, he's got a nice little flurry here.
Groom feeling very confident now, going to the top rope.
back
The
up
off the top, down on CRD.
Yep. Into the lap of the fans there, front row. They pay the money, sit front row to be right on top of the action. Be able to taste the sweat nearly, and probably smell that mask.
What? We didn't smell the mask. What?
Gross.
He's.
We don't know.
We really can't answer that question, Stevie.
No, we can't.
We can't.
Oh, see. All right, well, Cruz back in. Look at this. 1, 2, 3. Look at that. Oh, it's a slow count.
That's 2.
That's
only
a slow
2.
count. That's a slow count. Oh, man.
Say it a little louder. He might hear you, but I'm sure he'll ignore you. Oh, and Cruz on the receiving end of a couple of shots from CRD in the midsection.
What's going on? He's got an arm ring or something.
He does.
What's going on?
As
He's telling Groom.
Groom now trying to.
This isn't a tag team match. What is this?
Well, CRD is. I mean, he's called on referees to hold before he's going to
off
hold over.
Yeah. Off the wrist lock.
Groom's got control of this, but.
All right.
All right.
I mean, it's weird, but okay.
And
oh wait.
No, CRD now going to take control of Groom.
What's going? I don't. I mean,
Well, Groom being stretched out.
I guess. I mean, I don't know.
And now CRD calling in for referee Dylan Feltz.
Wait, all right, now wait a minute. What is this?
Well, we've been around CRD long enough to know that there's that referee-assisted arm bar that he sometimes utilizes, and he's got Dylan Feltz holding it now.
Yeah.
But typically it means the CRD is going to go up to the top rope, come off. Is he going to look to do that?
It's cheating. I would think.
Well, if he was the referee, would count.
Wait, what's going on?
Oh, he's got Cruz's other arm now.
Yeah, he does.
Oh, could it be? It's a wave. Whoa! What?
Okay.
There's bodies flying everywhere.
Well, now the referee's just getting involved. What is this? All right, is the match over? Do I need to ring the bell now?
Oh, it might be. It might be
it could
sleeper
be.
by Groom.
Uh-oh. It might be time to call the Dream Police.
Groom with a strong vertical. He's pushing that weight down on top of CRD.
Yeah, he has it locked in there pretty good, and all his weight's pushing down.
But he's turned his back on Cruz. Cruz coming in from behind, and Cruz slapping on a sleeper as well.
All right. Well, I mean, but here's the deal. If he puts the sleeper on Groom and Groom lets go of the sleeper, which looks like he's about to, Devil can break out. So I don't know if this is a great move or not. I think it'd probably been better if Cruz would have ran around and maybe, I don't know, kicked Devil in the twigs and berries or something. Man, this is,
CRD is still trying to muster up some energy here.
And Cruz has the weight advantage here, and he's got all the weight on Brandon's back almost. So this could be bad for Brandon.
I think CRD, he's broken one arm away.
Yeah. Oh, what's going on here?
And double stunner.
It's a waterfall stunner is what that is. Or an ace crusher.
All 3 men down in the ring.
9-1-1, something. Oh, man. Dylan can't. I don't know.
I've only once seen a triple count out in a triple threat match. We're really close to one here. Well, 2 men up. Groom still down, but I guess one person's up. Who would you declare the winner? Oh, big right forearm straight to the mouth of Brandon Groom, and another one.
I'll shut Groom up for a while. What's going on now?
Well, it seems a little collusion on the part of Groom and CRD.
That seems like cheating. Why are they teaming up?
It's a triple threat match.
I don't think they should team up.
Well, apparently that team was not long lasted as jawjacker by CRD.
Yeah, but you know what? Groom, being that 70-year veteran that he is, just rolls over to the ropes and gets out of the way.
Okay, well, he is a veteran. That's not 70 years. It's not Bobby Burns. Irish whip by Cruz. A big clothesline. Turns CRD inside out. Cruz
Groom going back upstairs.
with his back to Groom. Groom off the top.
Missile drop kick. Wow.
Catapults Groom to the corner. This match still, any of these three men could pull out a victory here. And now Groom going to go to work first on CRD and then roll over, go for the pinfall attempt on Cruz, but left himself vulnerable. CRD going to wrap up the sharpshooter. He's got it. He's got it almost. Well, Groom's got that arm underneath to block part of the leverage. But Cruz coming in from the front.
Wow.
Big, powerful move. And look at that.
What I missed? What I missed? Oh, I'm sorry. Ring bell. My bad.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner of
What I missed?
I'll tell you in the break. Whatever the case, the winner here is Cruz.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following non-title contest has a 20-minute time limit and is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, weighing in at 205 pounds, from Reseda, California, the California Dreamboat, Johnny Cone. And his opponent, being accompanied to the ring by Sensei Poppins, weighing in at 210 pounds. From his Pulaski old flap, he is the WFC Prime Champion, the Vicar of Violence, Richie Adams.
That's right. You're going only for Halloween, Poppins.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we continue the action here now as the WFC Prime Champion, the Viceroy of Violence, Richie Adams, takes on, well, the man who I've always known as the best around, but now calling himself the California Dreamboat, Johnny Cove, a man who had quite some opportunities a couple of years ago in WFC, as he was a standout in a Barrett Brown seminar.
So let's cut to the chase here. Richie Adams, a WFC original,
Absolutely.
possibly one of the greatest in WFC history. One of the longest reigning tag team
Definitely
champions.
the longest reigning, yes.
Longest reigning. He and Dutch Hagen. And now he's the greatest Prime champion that there's ever
I mean,
been.
that's a little still up in the air. His reign is not over, so that's still debatable, but
Well, I mean, he's still the greatest Prime champion. And now, coming to the ring with him, his sensei Gary Poppins.
yeah, Gary Poppins, who has no sensei, apparently, at least no dress sensei, because
He's dressed like Johnny Lawrence, the
Yeah.
greatest 80's hero of all time.
well, I mean, okay, but well, let's see how much knowledge he can contribute here to Mr. Richie Adams. Oh, nice neck bridge there by Johnny Cove.
I just kick him in the throat.
Well, yeah, but that would be illegal, Mike Isles. I know you don't care about that, but that's
Well, you know what? He could punch him in the Adam's apple if he actually thought Johnny had one.
a nice back roll there by Richie Adams. I'm very curious as to why this is not a title match. I mean, if you want to be,
Cove doesn't deserve one.
well, if you're the
just
greatest,
said-
if you're the greatest champion ever, wouldn't you want to be a fighting champion? Wouldn't you want to
I mean,
show off your abilities.
I don't. It's one of those things. You literally just said Johnny Cove has had chances in the past.
Yes, he has.
He hasn't been here in.
It has been a bit of a while. This is
Okay,
true.
so you think he can just walk right in here and just have a title shot? Burns gonna pass out title shots like it's Oprah. You get a title shot. You get a title. That's why you aren't in charge. You're not in charge. That's why
exactly
my
the
good
thing.
friend Richard Pierce is in charge.
And we all know that Richard Pierce and Richie Adams have a long association, so I feel like maybe this is Pierce protecting the championship. I mean, I can't prove that, but
See, you're always looking for fire, and there's not always fire when there's smoke. You would think that someone that gets duped online gets catfished by women like you do on a regular basis, you wouldn't automatically fall for chicanery and stuff that you just think you see that you don't.
anyway, what I see is Johnny Cove working very hard to get out of this standing wrist lock and being successful at it as he turns things around. And Adams trying to give the rope break, but not able to fully grasp that rope. Oh. Adams now going to try to work his hand in between, going to try to break up the knuckles. Maybe? Nope, going to go down underneath. I will say I admire Richie Adams' very Kerry Von Erich style footwear. I mean mostly.
You could also go Ultimate Warrior almost.
Well, I like Von Erich better.
Who basically kind of stole it from the Texas Tornado.
Yeah.
So.
And a very even match here, as I think maybe Adams expected this to be kind of a pushover. Oh, look at there. The old best around coming out.
Did Cove get those tights from the Steiner Brothers garage sale? Kind of looks like what Scott wore before he was Big Papa Pump. Oh wait, no, they're about 4 sizes too small because Johnny Cove weighs about $110. What did he throw the floor? What was it?
That was wrist tape.
Was it wrist tape or a disgusting ponytail? He said he's
Why
going
is
to
it
go
gotta be
old school. Does he have old
Disgusting.
school? Does he know what old school is?
It's the 80s, Mike Isles. We're all going old school tonight.
Well, I know Richie's old school, but I don't know that Johnny Cove is old school.
Doing a test of strength here.
That's old school. We'll test the strength there. We're old school.
And Cove looks like he may have the advantage in this, as he forces Adams back down to the mat. Adams fighting to get one shoulder up and then the other before he makes his way back up. And Grape finds that leg around. That's a good move on Adams' part. Adams still trying to. Yeah, there's a neck bridge again from Johnny Cove. I know you chop him in the throat or whatever, but
Punch him where his Adam's apple should be.
and again, what do you say should be? Are you trying to insinuate something, my guy?
Take it as you want it.
And now Cove in full control of this Greco-Roman knuckle lock. As Adams uses the leg to get out, puts down Cove, but only good for 2.
Yeah, Richie didn't hook the leg.
But Richie quick to follow up with the big kick now. Now going to take Cove, going to shoot him off. Irish whip, but a reversal underneath though. And Adams just dropping Cove right on his face.
This is I thought he was going to start the Garvin stomp there for a minute.
Oh, gonna hyperextend an elbow or a shoulder.
That's vicious right there. But it's his left arm, so I mean, it's social action.
This is why we only have you on commentary like once or twice a year. You know that, right, Mike Isles?
It's in my contract.
Okay. No, it's your Legends contract. Yes.
Right.
I've said this before.
It's important.
Heard this before.
Yes. Oh.
I'll tell you what, man. Richie's using the ring as a weapon, so to speak. I mean, And he's doing it within the rules.
And he is focusing. He's doing very good at focusing on one body part. We talked about Richie Adams being a WFC original. He is a longtime veteran, over 10 years in this sport. He knows how to find those corners to cut. Oh, wow, just straight down on top of the kneecap.
Take the wheels out from underneath.
And again, Cove utilizes that crane kick, or at least he did the last time I saw him in the ring. He's not going to be able to do that here. I'm not sure he's going to be able to stand up.
Yeah, take the wheels out from underneath him, work on an arm, take the wheels out from underneath him. Pretty much take that, just that causes spark.
Well, Cove making it out of the corner. He's going to need to, well, that may not have been the smartest move.
No.
But a big knee. And that's adrenaline there. A nice schoolboy rolls full through, but not enough.
Johnny's still favoring that.
And
arm.
look at the presence, like Richie Adams. We talk about ring awareness usually as far where you are within the ring, close to the edge. But Adams' awareness of his opponent coming in and then putting that foot right into the face of him.
Yep. Basically, you're almost playing possum.
Cove now diving splash in the corner. Cove waiting. He's going to try it. Does he have it? Is he going to be able to support himself? He did! He got him.
He's down.
Can he get him? Can he cut the leg in time? And wow! That was so close.
And this is a non-title match, so, I mean, obviously the title wouldn't change hands, but that would actually put Cove in a pretty
That would
good
catapult. I
situation.
think it would have to catapult Cove to be #1 contender for the Prime title. And this crowd has not forgotten who Johnny Cove is. Can Cove make his way up? Hey, whoa, hey, whoa, what's going on here?
The fans were yelling for Johnny.
Why are the Well, that's not who they want.
I mean, they were yelling for Johnny, so that's
Yeah, but
why
what-
Dynamite Lightning came out.
Oh, come on! Are you kidding?
That's there's me again, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner of this match by pinfall, the WFC Prime Champion, the Flanker of Violence, Richie Adams. Ladies and gentlemen, the following tag team contest has a 20-minute time limit and is scheduled for one fall. Introducing the tag team to my right. First, weighing in at 185 pounds from Little Rock, Arkansas. Tonight only, he is a material girl. Wesley Gray. And his tag team partner, weighing in at 235 pounds from Kildare Hills, North Carolina, the Copperhead, Duke Cornell. Introducing tag team number 2. First, weighing in at 175 pints. He's from parts unthawed, the cryonic redneck, Cold Stone, Tim Boston. And his tag team partner, weighing in at a classified amount, representing his employer, Black Diamond Industries. He is the WFC Heavyweight Champion, the Smokin' Ace, Luke Langley.
Don't be hurting yourself now, ladies. No You're fighting, ladies. Don't be hurting yourself now, ladies.
I hear your knees crying every time you stand up. Sit down.
ladies and gentlemen, the first opportunity that we have here to see the cryonic redneck. I thought it was cryonic.
I think it says chronic.
Well, okay.
Either way, he carried a big ice cream scoop.
Yes, we were talking about Cold Stone Tim Boston on the outside of the ring. His tag team partner, the WFC champion, Luke Langley, who knows a lot about tag team wrestling, of course, one half of the first WFC tag team champions. And across the ring, I'll be honest, the Luke Langley and Graham Bell, the KC Wolves. I'll tell him you said that. Oh, look out. It's the 80s. We're going to start with a big clap. That's how you start a wrestling match in the 80s. It's amazing. His hands are magic, Mike Isles.
Burnham, come on, feel the noise.
And on paper, I really thought this, I'm not being very familiar with Mr. Boston, I really expected this to perhaps be a bit of a one-sided affair, because Wesley Crane and Duke Cornell, while they have never tagged together, they have been affiliated with each other for the better part of about 7 or 8 months since Cornell came in at the behest of Wesley Crane to address one Mr. Nasty. And ever since these two have formed their partnership, they have done some very dirty, devious things.
They don't seem to get along.
But
well.
yeah, well, this is different. This was a side I was not expecting, and I don't know what's going on between the partnership here, but clearly there's a miscommunication somewhere. Right now, Wesley Crane having to look past that, though, as he has the WFC champion in a head scissor takeover.
Well, and Wesley Crane, what he lacks in stature, he has a mean streak twice as long.
Oh, he is a devious, evil individual. And I don't use the term evil with a lot of people, but he will gladly say there's an extremely dark side, and even the devil's a little afraid of him.
Canadian Red Devil?
No, a different one.
Oh, the actual devil.
Or
so Ozzy Osbourne.
Well, either him or that other devil guy. Anyway. Big shoulder tackle. I don't mean Kevin Sullivan. As Luke Langley now. And what Crane tried to do the leapfrog, but came down in a very ginger territory. Oh, nice! Drop kicks from a standing position by the Smoking Ace, who does get a, I think that was a 2 count. I couldn't quite tell.
No, I think that was kind of rude of Mr. Langley.
Rude?
Out here wearing an eye patch, making fun.
Okay, now Luke Langley has worn an eye patch for quite a long time, long before Duke Cornell. And now we have the tag. Here comes Tim Boston.
The ice cream man. Basically.
Off the top with an axe handle.
Don't know a lot about Tim Boston.
No. I attempted to talk to him before the show, and he said that, he intended to come out here, and he asked me if I was a fan of his. I said I wasn't familiar with him. He said, well, you could just give me a yeah, now and then.
All right, well, so now Duke's in the ring here, Duke Cornell.
Cornell and Boston.
You know, he went to the optometrist yesterday, and his vision is 20.
It's good to know. Oh, nice roll through there by Duke. And a crossbody by Boston, who hooks the leg and gets 2 out of it. Of course, Cornell set to face off against former Ring of Honor superstar Silas Young, the last real man, next week at our WFC event in Tulsa, Oklahoma. But tonight, Cornell on the receiving end of a wish-making opportunity, as Langley and Boston utilizing some good quick tags. Going to wind things up here and make another wish.
So, you know, in our last match, you made a big deal out about Richie not defending the title, yet here's the WFC heavyweight champion not defending the title.
How do you defend the title in a tag team match?
Well, you don't have a problem with him, like, being in a tag
well,
team
clearly
match.
the match was booked as a tag team match. So, we know who's in charge of making these matches.
Sounds convenient, Vernon.
Oh, bad.
So I noticed the referee turned his back to the cheating.
They got a 5 count. You say that all the time. I distinctly remember you at ringside yelling at referees, telling them you got till 5. Many occasions. Wesley Crane now rolling to the outside and perhaps wishing that he was back in Little Rock, Arkansas. As Cornell and
Little Rock's a lovely city.
I never said it wasn't.
Lots of cuzzling over there.
Lots of what?
Cousins.
I'm afraid to ask what that is.
There are cousins that are also siblings.
That's what I was afraid of. We apologize to our viewers in Little Rock, Arkansas for the comments of one Mike Isles. Please direct all hate mail to Mike Isles, care of WFC. He won't open it, but you can send it there.
All right, so Wesley Crane now got a kind of a modified.
He is certainly making Luke Langley bear the weight across that back, pulling back, bending that spine in the direction it's really not meant to go.
I noticed Wesley didn't have his croquet mallet with him tonight.
Croquet wasn't very big in the 80s, so I guess we should be thankful of that. Maybe the 1880s. More stomps on the chest area of one Luke Langley, who finds himself in a very bad position here, far away from his tag team partner.
Luke Langley's a little bit of a show-off. I'm just gonna say.
A show-off? What?
You know, I mean, coming out here, smoking.
He's the WFC champion.
Making fun of Duke Cornell.
He is not making fun of Duke Cornell.
You know, smoking a cigar. It's really a good role model for kids. You know, he's an
Bill Cosby did it.
Undercover agent or something. All right, a little bit of show-off.
Well, whatever the case, Langley suffering at the hands here of Cornell and Crane.
Well, Cornell and Crane at least there may not be a tag team, but they're a cohesive unit.
Well, they have seemed to have found some common ground here, looking past the events of earlier in the night.
Whereas Langley and Boston, they probably met backstage like 30 minutes ago, to be honest. I mean, yeah, just continue pounding the back of his head. I mean, that's one way to do it.
That's how Luke Langley. That's why Luke Langley won the Ryder Cup over his own partner, kicking him in the back of the head.
Oh.
Again, that's Graham Bell. I know you don't remember who that is, but that's Graham Bell. Yeah, you don't know who that is. It's okay. Oh, a nice knee strike there. And Langley really needs to get to his corner, but here comes Crane.
Oh, that's nice right there. That's good teamwork right there.
Crane with a hard shot, and Boston saving the match for his team.
Way out of position, of course, and then Boston has to cheat.
And Crane with a forearm shot to the head, and here comes Boston, and this is not going to help things. The referee needs to keep Boston to the outside.
Now, I would think that if Crane and Cornell, if one of them were to pin Luke Langley,
and I would say that you would be correct, just like in the previous match, even though that was a one-on-one situation. But yes, if either of them were to pin Luke Langley, I think you would have to look at this as a massive jump up the ladder. Nice roll through. There's the tag. Here comes Tim Boston. Boston going to pick up Crane. The inverted atomic drop. Oh, ducks underneath, and again. Sad night for Mrs. Crane. And Crane asking, or Boston asking Crane to swing at him. And now a regular atomic drop. O'Connor roll.
He couldn't even hold him down with a handful of tights, Burnham.
He didn't have first of all, Wesley Crane doesn't have tights on. And Cornell now being elevated over.
Now all four men in the ring. The legal man needs to get into the ring.
Oh, double Thez presses.
What is tattooed on Boston's back? Is that girl?
I think it's a horse. Oh, no. It's an alien. No.
Oh.
Yes, maybe an alien with an Omega sign around it.
And that girl's the 70s.
Whatever the case here, we find Crane inside the ring, Cornell to the outside, and Crane being pinballed back and forth between these right hands.
Why is the referee not counting?
Why don't you go in the ring and ask him? But, well, they wound up. Oh, double elbow! if you will. I'll explain later.
All right, well,
Boston now.
from Boston not really,
Waiting for Crane to get up. I think he's not aware that Cornell is back up on the ring apron, but oh, look out! Boston going for the stunner, but low bridge there takes Boston to the outside. And Cornell trying to hoist Boston up.
Got him up. And into
And
the post.
just throws him into the corner post.
Like a javelin.
Wesley Crane seems to feel that perhaps this match is about to be over, and maybe so, because I think he threw him head first into that corner post, but there's still fight. There's still fight in Tim Boston.
He's probably hopped up on sugar from ice cream or something.
Ice cream's good, but, I mean,
I don't know if you're lactose intolerant or you got the bees. Thank you very much.
you can get sugar-free.
Have you ever seen Wilford Brimley?
You can get sugar-free. They make all kinds of things these days now.
Weren't you in the movie Cocoon with Wilford Brimley?
Swing and a miss by Boston, who finds himself on the receiving end of a DDT, but catapults him towards his corner, and Crane quickly pulling him back, keeping him out of the reaches of Luke Langley. And again, Boston still fighting, refusing to die. Tag to Duke Cornell. And the Copperhead.
You know what Duke Cornell's favorite movie is from the 80s?
I'm scared to guess.
Popeye, starring Robin Williams.
You are terrible. You are. If I weren't trying to keep a great distance from Mr. Cornell, I'd tell him you said that.
No, I asked him. I told him.
Oh, of course he did. Yeah, I can see you two having a great conversation. Cornell now in. And only good enough for two.
His favorite 80s song is Hall & Oates' song Lion Eyes. Or Private Eyes even.
You sit over there and you work on these things, don't you? I can see that notebook. I see the notebook you have. You're writing these things down.
Or Eye in the Sky by Alan Parsons.
I've never actually even heard of that one, but okay. Tag, maybe a little accidental. I've lived through the 80s just like you. Maybe not as much as you, but I lived it.
You live now that you're 80. That's what you meant to say. All right, Wesley Crane in there now. Got a front face lock on Mr. Boston. I don't know if I tagged the guy I knew nothing about. Didn't know him until he walked in the locker room.
Luke Langley is a fighting champion. Luke Langley is the
He's
type
not a
of person.
fighting champion. If he was a fighting champion, he'd be defending tonight.
That's not his
fighting
fault. He
champion.
wasn't booked in the match to do so. Well, that was face down first on the part of Mr. Boston, but again, not enough to keep. It seems like Crane and Cornell cannot find the magic constituents in order to keep Mr. Boston down for the full 3 count. Oh, is that what that song's called? I've heard it. Yeah, I didn't know what it was called.
Good headbutt there by Mr. Cornell. The copperhead. That's a snake.
That's correct.
Yeah,
Very good.
It's not poisonous. It's not poisonous. Snakes are not poisonous. They're venomous.
Okay.
I thought I'd teach the teacher something tonight.
Thank you. That's why I teach history, not science. But in any case, Mr.
Don't know
Cornell.
anything about chemistry either, but okay.
This is such a good thing that I get paid so well to do this. Duke Cornell and Wesley Crane have really been working over Tim Boston here. They have isolated him in that ring, and he has taken a lot of punishment ever since Cornell threw him into that ring post over there. I'm honestly surprised that he's still able to fight.
They have cut the ring off. They cut the ring in half. It's textbook Textbook 80s tag team wrestling. Rock and Roll Express, Midnight Express, fantastic. Rock and Roll RPG.
Oh, look out! Here it comes! Stunner! Stunner by Boston, but Crane stumbled or fell back, and there's the tag. Here comes eye to eye, Langley and Cornell. Super kick downstairs by Langley. Step up in Seguri from the blind side.
Oh, that's just rude. That is rude.
That's what Cornell does. I mean, if you're going to step in the ring with that, you're asking to take the opportunity. And look at Langley as he is fighting off both members of the opposing team on his own. But look from behind. Crane now. Underneath. Being hoisted up. Fireman's carry style. Look out, Cornell. Incoming down. Goes Crane. Cornell still the legal man. We got 2 and oh.
That's about 2 3/4. Using the other partner as a weapon.
Again, that tag team experience that carried Luke Langley for such a long time. Langley now calling for the brain buster.
Oh, speaking of
Shades of John Cross or Dick Murdoch.
or Arn Anderson. Or Coco Beware. So he called it the Ghostbuster.
And look out, uh-oh.
Oh, wait a minute.
Crane now. Gonna hook Langley. Goblin driver. And Crane now moving up. What? There's an ice cream scoop in the ring. A giant ice cream scoop. I've never said those words before. And Langley, or excuse me, Cornell, hook at Boston, pulled the tights, and got the 3 count.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this tag team match, the team of Wesley Crane and the Copperhead, Duke Cornell. Ladies and gentlemen, I've just been informed by our official Chris Birch that the following contest is a Hometown Heroes Championship match with a 20-minute time limit scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, weighing in at 280 pounds from North Tulsa, he is the wrestler formerly known as Shotgun Dan Weber. And his opponent being accompanied to the ring by Big Stevie Caballero and the Ranch Hands. He is your current Hometown Heroes champion, weighing in at 220 pounds from Coyote Hills Ranch, Red Dirt Reed.
Stevie Caballero questioning the booking of one Richard Pierce, our WFC person. That's not a typo, sir. It's on the official situation. You need to talk to Mr. Pierce. Apparently, you guys aren't quite as tight as everybody likes to believe. But it clearly says there, the Hometown Heroes Championship on the line as Shotgun Dan Weber has the opportunity. Shotgun Dan Weber, the man with his name on the back of his tights there, so you can figure it out. Even you, Michael.
I don't look at guys.
You can't read. Okay, I understand.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. That's a Seinfeld.
This, yes, that's very 90s of you. Mr. Weber This, of course, being Black History Month, Shotgun Dan Weber with the opportunity to make some history, as he could walk out of here as the new Hometown Heroes champion.
Look, Dan Weber, I knew who he was. I was just quoting it, right? But, I mean, he's impressive. I'm not going to say he's not, but he's no lead. I mean, this guy has been groomed and trained to be a champion.
Well, he certainly did receive some outstanding upbringing courtesy of the Showcase Alex Royal. And I'm not going to deny that a lot of the lessons that he learned working as Alex Royal's lackey.
And he finally dropped that dead weight Tommy Dean.
Yes, he turned on Tommy Dean quite a while ago. Shoulder tackle, but
Well,
you're not going to match.
I'll say this, look, the fact that the ranch hands are here, Red James got the gambler here, and the Drillville champion.
He is
Red,
not the Drillville champion.
He
did
has
not
the title.
That doesn't mean.
It's around his waist.
When have you ever known a championship just to be able to change hands because somebody picked it up? That's ridiculous.
That title didn't fit around Hornsby's waist. It fits around Rhett's. Just saying. Oh my gosh. That was a spine buster and a half.
And look at Stevie Caballero. He's
I didn't see
3/4 of the way in the ring.
What happened? What happened?
Well, what happened is that Reed came this close to losing that Hometown Heroes title.
Nah, he was taking a breather. All right, he's gonna go over and get some advice from the Drillville champion, Rhett.
He's getting some up-close advice from Mr. Weber.
Well, Mr. Weber taking his liberties on the floor.
He's got Reed positioned here. You don't want to wait too long here. Oh, right across the chest. There's a lot of power in the shotgun.
So Stevie got ranch hands then. So
Apparently
obviously
so.
he has expanded his vast ranch empire.
You know, I really don't try to question and investigate Mr. Caballero's financial and landholding dealings because I'm pretty sure most of them are illegal.
Oh, see, that's just wrong. That's rude. That is rude. You're just insinuating that someone's doing something illegal.
I'm not just insinuating, but I'm sure there are some court records somewhere. Ah, nice senton there by Dan Weber. Weber in with the pin, and again, Caballero. And now
Shotgun
Caballero claiming that Dan Weber pulled the tights.
He did. I saw it. He pulled the tights, Stevie. I saw it, buddy.
You just like hang out, you go drinking with Mr. Caballero?
He picks up the tab because he's got that vast ranch empire.
I have never known Stevie Caballero to pick up a tab, sir.
Nah, maybe he just doesn't like you.
Oh, nice cannonball there by Dan Weber. And Reed.
That's a little, that move right there, I mean, to do that move, you got to be a little psycho. Oh, man, we almost had a new HT.
We almost did, and there is still time.
Oh, that's right. It was a fast count.
Thank you, Bobby Dillon. You're able to count to two.
It's the gambler, Bobby Dillon. I mean, put some respect on the name.
I knew the gambler. Gambler was a friend of mine. Bobby Dillon's no gambler.
You have friends? Yeesh. So sorry for those people. See, now Reed just taking control, right?
Reed has now
knife-edge chops. Woo! A little reminiscent of the Nature Boy. Ric Flair. Oh, look at that. That is right there. That's textbook Ric Flair right there.
That is very much a move straight out of Ric Flair or the Midnight Express.
Just missing a little strut there.
And the ranch hands here trying to rally support from the WFC faithful for Reed. That's going to be little to no response there, at least not the response they want.
And it's great that Red is out here showing off his title.
It's not
showing
his
the
title.
fans. It's a beautiful title.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's not his champion. Oh! Did he just rip
hair out of Dan Weber's chest?
Oh, yeah. That was a mistake, Reed. And even Reed's saying, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, sir. Please, Weber, don't hurt me.
I got the reference. I was no selling it.
I wasn't waiting for you. I was waiting for Dan Weber to punch Reed in the head 10 times.
Oh, cheat 10 times, you mean? Not bad.
Right, if he was cheating, the referee should have called him on it.
Oh, don't get me started on this referee. Most of the officiating tonight has been suspect at best.
I would ask you to do a better job, but you'd die after the first time you had to get down and count to 2 and try to get back up.
I mean, sometimes you just have to bring a vampire in to do a man's job. That's all I'm saying. Or somebody crazy. All right, is Dan Weber crying over there?
No.
There's no crying in wrestling.
No, but apparently there's some choking on the outside from one Red James.
He's checking his airway.
He's not checking his airway.
Yeah, he's making sure.
Yeah, it's not working very well with his hand around the throat.
Red James is just, making sure, giving him the Heimlich. He had a big meal before he came out here. They went to Kenny Rogers Roasters. And, maybe he had a little food stuck in his throat, a little steamed broccoli or something. This is a very fast-paced match.
Sharp elbows there to the side of the head by Reed. Rolling snapmare as he comes around with a kick to the face on Shotgun.
The referee was not really in position, per usual. Where's this guy from? I've never, this guy,
He's been at WFC for a few months now.
He's learning how to count and be in the right position. He always seems to be in the wrong position.
He's just not in the position you like. Listen to the WFC faithful showing their support for Shotgun Dan Weber, a man who just a few months ago was a member of one of the most hated factions here in WFC, the Chocolate Factory. But ever since the departure of Jermaine Johnson and Reese, and Reed yanking on the hair.
They were chanting for Dan Weber?
Yes.
I thought they were chanting for Weber Root Beer, the local Tulsa landmark.
Travis Falhark, I really miss you right about now.
No, you don't.
I mean, not really, but 6-1. Anyway, inverted DDT by Reed, who hooks the leg back, but does not put the full pressure across the shoulders to keep them down.
I'll tell you what, boom, boom, like a boom. He needs to walk the dinosaur and get this taken care of here. Hey, Burnham, keep your hands to yourself.
What?
I don't need you touching me.
No! Both men!
That was weird.
That was a double drop kick, but not the type I'm usually cheering for.
Wasn't a super kick party either.
Well, we should be thankful for good things. Both men down now.
All right, the Gambler trying to get the fans behind Reed.
I think they're more chanting for Weber, as Weber at least up to an elbow here. First man back to his feet is going to have a major advantage.
And your Drillville champion, Reds.
He is not your Drillville champion.
He's my Drillville champion. He's got the title around his waist.
I'm glad for you. I'm glad he represents Drillville to you.
Look at Weber. Weber laying those forearms in.
It looks like he's mad.
You think? Boom!
Wow.
Down goes Reed. And a big clothesline. And another. Reed cannot manage to get anything going here. And it may be time. Angle slam.
Turns him inside out, Burnham.
We got a new champion on the way. As Weber says it's over. It's all over but the shouting.
Oh, ripcord, no, he lost grip.
He did, what is Caballero, now Weber, having to deal with all the ranch hands?
And see, there's no reason for him to be punching any of the
If they weren't up there, he wouldn't be doing that. And from behind, there's Reed.
Well, Reed should have took his eye off the prize. Let's be real.
And look out, face first.
That's academic now.
Yeah, it seems to be still your hometown heroes champion, Reed.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner of this match, and still the hometown heroes champion, Reed. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your main event of the evening. The following contest has a 20-minute time limit and is a WFC Tag Team Championship non-title match scheduled for one fall. Introducing, standing on both sides of me, weighing in at a combined weight of 520 pounds, the Metal Monster Thrash, the natural born villain, Tim Rockwell. They are the Villains! And their opponents, standing across the ring from me, weighed in. They weighed in at a combined weight of 2 Johnnies. They are from every man's nightmare and every woman's fantasy. They are your reigning WFC Tag Team Champions, Johnny Lightning, Johnny Dynamite. They are Toxic Masculinity.
Doesn't matter, you both suck.
Main event time here at the American Legion in Tulsa, Oklahoma, as the WFC Tag Team Champions, Toxic Masculinity, take on the Villains. It was about 3 months ago, I believe, when these two faced off. Actually, I take that back. It was back in October when these two faced off against each other in a Halloween hardcore match. In that particular match, the Toxic Masculinity came out victorious. We'll see if they can replicate that tonight in a standard match. And Johnny Dynamite.
Yeah, Dynamite getting the start tonight. He wins. I guess he lost the rock, scissors, paper to Lightning. I'll tell you what, these guys.
Wait, he lost, so he had to start?
That's what it looked like, because referee.
These are your boys. These are your guys.
You know what? Look, you can say what you want. They have just basically taken tag team wrestling in this region by storm. No pun intended. Lightning, Dynamite, Storm.
I will say that I've not seen a team as cohesive. I've not seen any team shoot up the ladder quite as quickly as the Johnnies have in recent history.
Yeah, and they're very reminiscent of the old school tag team, like the old school vibe tonight. You know, it's you got they're flashy. and they're real confident. You know, kind of reminiscent of the final unit of the Freebirds in the old WCW, Michael Hayes and Jimmy Jean Garvin. Kind of reminiscent of them, to be honest.
Well, they certainly are about as popular as the Freebirds were for most of their run here amongst the WFC faithful, but a big hip toss from Johnny Lightning.
Lightning got a little bit of cat whiskers on, reminiscent of the Kiss drummer Peter Criss.
Yeah, a little bit of lipstick as well.
I mean,
not that there's anything wrong with that.
Right.
I learned from you there. I did that one right? Okay.
That's what I hear. So, you know, this building is historic, and it's going to be historic when the Johnnies basically wipe the mat with the villains.
Well, I want to see if the Johnnies are able to do that by themselves, because we have not addressed the fact that really the WFC Prime Champion Richie Adams and Sensei Poppins are once again present at ringside. We've seen this association between the Johnnies and Richie Adams for 2 or 3 months now, and it still hasn't been explained. And I don't know if we're going to get an explanation now, because Thrash is going to throw the Johnnies around. Look out there! Incoming. Lightning doesn't quite know which way to turn. No matter where he goes, there's a villain coming at him.
Why are there 2 villains in the ring? It's been more than a count of 5. Come on, Jesse.
Again, if the referee had a problem with that, he'd probably be counting. As we get to... Richie Adams! Richie Adams in there! What?
Referee called for the bell.
There's Johnny Cove.
Johnny Cove sticking his nose in the business
good.
there.
If Richie Adams wants to join in, Johnny Cove can join in as well. We got all kinds of action flying around here. It is breaking down in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Wait a minute, whoa, stop coming! Hey, whoa.
That's her boy.
Hold on.
All right.
Get over there. Get over there.
WFC Board of Directors, head of the Board of Directors.
The Director of Operations.
Director of Operations. Richard Pierce.
Look at this. Hey. I'm in the back trying to work on my putts. And I hear a commotion out here, and I see this. All right? Look, first of all, you are a putt. You need to make this right for each and every one of these people that showed up here tonight. They came here for a main event, not for a bunch of chumps jumping the villains. I'm asking you, no. I'm telling you, make this a 6-man tag match. Richie Adams and the Johnnies versus the villains and the coolest Johnny we know, Johnny Cove. Is that what y'all want? You want a 6-man tag? All right. I'm going to go ahead and make it right now then. This match is now officially a 6-man tag match. I have to, Richie. That's what it is. All right. Get in there, Beeler. Just let him cool off. All right. Take a deep breath. I'm sorry, Richie, I'm not joking. This match is a 6-man.
I'll take a drink of my water.
Beeler! Get everybody out there, get everyone situated, Beeler.
It's refreshing.
All right. Get it. Look, Beeler, get everything in order and ring the bell. Stay puffed.
Well, fans, it's main event time again.
Well, let me just say this. The fact that Tim Rockwell just threw around his weight and tells the person who's in charge
Tim
of this
Rockwell
company,
is the owner of this company.
I don't give a crap.
Family show, sir.
I don't give a crap that he's the owner of the company. He actually hired Richard Pierce to do a job. And for him to basically threaten him and throw his weight around, blah, 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 that's bogus. Totally bogus. So meanwhile, that's okay. You know what? I get to see 3 of my favorite wrestlers, and I'm not talking about Rockwell or Thrash or this fake Johnny over here.
It's fake, Johnny. He's a perfectly real person. Now you sound like Travis Fowler, always talking about Paul Puerto Rico's from a fake planet. That is a perfectly real individual right there. You can't call him fake.
I took astronomy. I never saw a planet named Puerto Rico. I know of a.
Are you familiar with the entire universe, sir?
I know of a U.S. territory called Puerto Rico, but considering he is not here, and neither is his tag team partner, the former tag team champions, the Space Age Cowboys, who apparently aren't even on the same page anymore, same planet, same country, same zip code. Beside the point. The fact is that Richie Adams is trying to knock Thrash down, and Thrash is going nowhere except straight into Richie Adams. Well,
Thrash is man angered, and I wouldn't want to put as much violence behind anybody as he's willing to demonstrate. Look at him just laying in to the prime champion.
I mean,
oh, running crash.
I mean, Thrash is trying to take advantage of the fact that he's got a champion in there.
And the Johnnies don't even want to tag. Look at that.
Well,
the Johnnies are terrified right now.
Dynamite fell off. So he's stretching his leg now. He fell off the apron, and Lightning was reaching. For the tag. So see, Dynamite is still stretching out. So. Why are we being quiet?
We're waiting for that.
That's just
There's a tag now, Johnny Lightning. I don't think Johnny's happy about this. I don't think he wants to get in there with Thrash.
Oh, he's fine. He's fine. Thrash is. You got 3 champions in one corner, and a former champion, and whatever the fake Johnny is.
He's not a fake Johnny. He's really Johnny. Really there.
And he's really coming over to take on the other 2 Johnnies.
The 2 Johnnies would kick his face in. He couldn't be called Johnny anymore.
Oh, and now Johnny Lightning striking like his surname suggests and taking over on Thrash, who now finds himself at the receiving end of Johnny Dynamite and Richie Adams. And Tim Rockwell and Cove both very angry at this, as well they should be.
Because their partner's getting his butt kicked?
Because the trio of champions are cheating. I didn't even have to say it, and you already were like, I didn't see that. You knew what I was going to say, Mike Isles.
Because you just have hatred for the Johnnies. This is wrong. I mean, they are the premier tag team in this region. I don't mean Oklahoma. I mean Oklahoma. I mean Missouri, Arkansas, Rhode Island.
Rhode Island?
The island of Fiji. This whole region.
Boom! I think maybe Thrash thrust Johnny Lightning's head into the island of Fiji. Thrash now picking up the remains of Johnny Lightning.
They've had big matches in Bangor, Maine.
I've heard a lot of big matches take place in Bangor, Maine.
The hometown of the legendary Dirty Dan Danderson.
He's a legend. You're absolutely right.
The living legend himself.
He's still alive?
Yeah.
I really wasn't certain. Oh, clash there.
All right, here comes Dynamite.
Tag from Lightning to Dynamite. Dynamite going to go downstairs on the big man. This is a smart move.
Educated feet.
Takes Thrash off those feet and now goes immediately for the pinfall and gets 2 as Tim Rockwell in trying to make the save.
Dynamite now going to cinch in the rear chin lock.
Did you get your certified toxic masculinity superfan certificate from their merch table?
I was not aware that any such thing existed.
They do have that, yes. Several pictures.
So just so I'm clear here, basically I'm buying something they sign that means that I'm their friend or what?
No. You're a certified fan. It
A
has
certified
at the
fan.
at the bottom. Yeah.
Okay.
They got, I mean, they even have some Johnny's high top sneakers over there. I'm telling you.
That actually doesn't surprise me.
These guys, they know what the fans want.
Oh, down on the head as Dynamite comes off. Dynamite hitting from all sides.
You know, they've only been wrestling, what, a year?
They have been together a very short time. And that's part of what impresses me with their cohesiveness. I don't like their attitude. I don't like their arrogance. But I will not deny their ability, when they so choose, to work within the rules, which is only about 15% of the time.
You know, I heard that their training was done by the gentleman we are very familiar with, Gary Roosevelt Graham.
I have not seen Gary Graham in a long time, but it's nice to know who to blame.
I ran into him about a month ago, and he said that he was. I told him, I said, man, these guys are something else. He goes, oh man, he goes, the first time they walked in, they got it, is what he said.
Well,
and he's right. These guys get. Oh my gosh! I think the ring moved about a foot.
Lightning got it there from Tim Rockwell.
Yeah, he did.
Rockwell going to go for the face wash. Look at the smile on Rockwell's face. Oh, not a face wash, but the big knee to the side of the face. And Rockwell now waiting for the second opportunity. And we know with the third one.
He needs to watch Johnny Cove. Johnny Cove is
down goes the knee pad. The bone of the knee exposed here as it goes straight into the temple. Shots fired from the villain, the natural-born villain. And Rockwell making the tag. Here comes
the fake
the California Dreamboat, Johnny Cove, who may tonight.
He's not the Karate Kid.
The California Dreamboat, who may be on his way to becoming the best around, the best Johnny around tonight.
Ooh. I think that Johnny should still leave with the tag titles. Correct me if I'm wrong. But
well, that's because they're not on the line.
Well, look, Cove's impressive. I'm not going to say he's not, but he's also been gone from WFC for quite a while, like you said earlier.
But what a return he's made here!
Yeah, no, he had an impressive showing earlier tonight. Basically, he's got like a
I thought he might have been doing like an invert. Oh no, he's going for a figure 4.
He's not Canadian, so he didn't know.
No, he's not. He is very much cinching in that figure 4 in the middle of the ring.
And he's sitting up, just like Ric Flair would do. He would sit up rather than crank back like Dusty Rhodes or Terry Funk would do. Of course, Terry Funk also was, used that spinning toe hold.
And now a reversal by Johnny Lightning.
And
Cove
tapped out.
Desperate. He did not tap out. He's working it back over.
That's because he tapped out.
And Lightning having to grab for the ropes in order to break the hold.
Well, he thought the match was over because Cove tapped out.
I don't know where you saw that, but I learned long ago not to question where you see much of anything. And right now, Lightning blatantly choking Cove. And now again, Tim Rockwell
Rockwell in the ring.
Because he was trying to draw attention to what the Johnnies and Richie Adams are doing, but he's doing more harm than good.
On my monitor, I just saw Rockwell getting yelled at by Beeler.
Your monitor is literally crooked.
All right, what comes Richie Adams, your prime champion. Ooh, straight right cross. Oof. Taunting Rockwell and then an uppercut. Snapmare, here comes Dynamite. You know, you said that they're just now been hanging out some lately.
Within the past 2 or 3 months worth of time, we saw Richie Adams come out during a tag team championship match between Toxic Masculinity and the Space Age Cowboys, and that seems to formulate this working partnership between the two of them. But again, I just don't understand where it stems from. I don't know what the connection is between them. Whatever it is, though, it seems to be working right now.
Well, greatness inspires greatness, and champions want to hang out with champions. Plus, Gary Poppins makes a mean tease.
Sensei Poppins, certainly very proud, I'm sure, of the work that the Johnnies and his prime champion Richie Adams has done. Such a change from the Gary Poppins that we saw for such a long time with London Calling, the mute individual who seemed to be the whipping boy of London Calling, and now a sinister grin, and then he's making his return when Richie Adams won the Prime Championship, and he was in many ways directly responsible for Richie Adams capturing that Prime Championship. So certainly a huge presence as he looks at Johnny Lightning and Johnny Cove take each other down here in the middle of the ring.
So both men need to make a tag here, and they're literally on the opposite side.
They
of the
are
ring.
completely on the opposite side of the rings they need to be on.
Who's gonna
The
make
villains
tag
with their
first?
arms out. Johnny Lightning and Richie Adams. It's going to be Johnny Lightning making the tag to Richie Adams first. And there's the tag from Cove to Rockwell. Adams and Rockwell, they know each other so well.
Two WFC originals right there going at it.
Certainly. Way back at that very first show up in Owasso, Oklahoma. It was Tim Rockwell who organized that event. It was Richie Adams who was the WFC champion. Or excuse me, the compound champion. Maybe I shouldn't say that. Sorry, Mitch Baxter. Anyway.
Who?
Oh, running. Exactly. Attempted a running cutter, but Rockwell held his position. Now tags in Thrash, who's, I think, still suffering a bit of the effects earlier, but he's got him up. Down the Thrash compactor. And we got a winners and a 3 count.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner of this match, Johnny Cove and the Villains.
Man, Mike Isles, what an awesome show this was. That big main event, the Villains, we thought it was going to be a tag team match, turned into a 6-man tag team match. The Villains and Johnny Cove overcoming the Johnnies and Richie Adams. And now, next week, the Villains are going to get a tag team title match against Toxic Masculinity. You love that, don't you?
Well, the fact that Tim Rockwell came out and just kind of threw his weight around and pretty much forced Richard Pierce to make it a 6-man tag match, that's one thing that really kind of irked me. The second thing, you do notice it took 2 villains to pin one of the opposing team.
I know there was a 3 count, and I know that Tim Rockwell said we've got a tag team opportunity next week up at the Living Hope Center Church, where our regular WFC shows are held. And if you are out there next week on February 26th, you are going to see the debut in WFC of former Ring of Honor star, the last real man, Silas Young. He goes one-on-one with Duke Cornell. It's going to be a massive event. We cannot wait to see you there. For the Kingpin Mike Isles, my name is CM Burnham. Thank you for watching, everyone, and so long from the Sooner State.